That ain't me. Somebody that's submissive. That ain't me either. And I'm saying more submissive because I think there's a lot of definition for submission, right?
Yeah.
In the bed, I can be submissive, right? But when we're trying to, decide on things, I feel like a Ghanaian man wants to be like the head,
in
right?
total control.
Exactly. They don't really want your feedback. They don't want your opinion. I'm gonna give my opinion, okay? I definitely feel like it's not gonna go ahead and summarize all Ghanaians because I don't want to do that. I want to put everybody in the same box, but I feel like a Ghanaian man wants to be like the head,
in
right?
total control.
Exactly. They don't really want your feedback. They don't want your opinion. I'm gonna give my opinion, okay?
Welcome back to the channel. It's your man King Anan, and I'm here in Ghana at a beautiful location called Ali Bar, and Ali Bar is over here in the Yaniba Estates. And the pretty lady you're looking at right now is Candid Jewel. She's got a channel on YouTube. Link will be in the description so you can check it out. And she's been here in Ghana for what?
About a year and 8 months.
A year and 8 months. We'll just say 2 years.
We ain't there yet, but yeah, 2 years.
We'll just say 2 years. But yeah, so I'm here in Ghana. I've been here for about a good week and a half, and it's been a good time. I met this lady. She's been on my channel a couple of times. I interviewed her on my channel, and I'm meeting her here live and living color in person. So tell us what's going on with you in Ghana, everything you're going through. Tell us about your experience. So people out there want to hear about it.
So the short version is I'm doing a lot better than when I first started here. I definitely feel like I have settled. I'm settled. I kind of have a good rotation about like being here for 2 months and going back for 2 weeks. Like I have a schedule, you know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm living the Ghanaian lifestyle, you know? So yeah, I'm enjoying it. Definitely enjoying it.
Wow. So you mentioned the 2 weeks. Tell us a little bit about that for anybody who hasn't seen the previous videos, how you're living in Ghana like this.
Yes, okay, so very long story short. So when COVID happened, my job basically went under. I worked for a major airline in the States in Washington, D.C., and they were offering their employees time off from the company. So I decided to take a 2-year leave from the company. And with me living in DC, what they're going to be paying me each month was not going to allow me to live comfortably in DC. So I needed to find a place to live outside of the country. And I decided on Ghana because I know that when I was traveling here as a tourist, it was pretty cost effective. I knew how to manage my money to be here for a month. So I knew that this was an opportunity for me to see if I could actually live in Ghana, long term. So that's what brought me here. Okay, so now that they've called me back to work. So they called me back to work less than 2 years. So they called me back last year in April. And so I wasn't ready to move back, right? So I had to figure out a way that I was going to be able to still keep my flight benefits and still live in Ghana. So that's what I've been able to do. I've been able to switch my schedule around, do some things, do some 1 or 2 things to make sure that I can be here for a full 2 months, maybe even longer, and still be able to work my job in the States. So I've been here for about 2 months, and I'm there for about 2 weeks, which 2 weeks is a nice break. Wow. It's a nice, I can go ahead and chill a little bit.
Relax,
I can go to Walmart and get everything I need at Walmart. I don't have to come here and go here. So it's a nice little break when I go back for the 2 weeks.
That's what's up. And don't try to hit her off for any standby passes because she's got family.
Listen, it ain't what you know what? Better yet, just get a job with the airline. That's probably the best thing to do.
You know what? That's what one of my cousins was saying, that one of us should get a job with the airline so we could travel that much easier.
Okay.
Yeah.
You would be here so much more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Especially because there's a nonstop flight from Washington D.C. and from JFK, New York, right? Non-stop straight to Ghana, about a 10-hour flight. You could really come in like a Friday afternoon and leave Sunday night,
Yeah. So what's living in Ghana really like? There's so many people out there that watch our channels, like ours, talking about Ghana and, just living in other places, any other places apart from America. But obviously we talk about Ghana. So what if you could just sum it up, what's the experience really like?
I had to rate it between a 1 and a 10. I would probably give it a 6. I'd probably give it a 6 because it is stressful. It is stressful, but at the same time, it's definitely a nice break from the States too. You know what I mean? It comes with its challenges with living here. But I continue to say this, I'd rather be here. I'd rather be here with all the headaches because I can also step away from it as well, you know? And I have the flexibility to leave to go to the States too, you know? So I feel like my situation is a little different because I have a lot more flexibility. You know, I live bi-continental. That's what you want to say, you know?
True.
Some people are here 100% of the time. Could I do that? I feel like I could, but why? You know what I mean? Especially with me being a traveler already. Like, why?
Taking advantage.
You know? Exactly. So I would say Six definitely has its struggles. I still get looked at as a money bag, okay? And I'm not, you know? But a lot of people that they see me going back and forth, they think that I am a money bag because I'm able to move around so. But they don't know that I'm privileged enough to have this opportunity to be able to do both, you know? So I really feel like, I mean, my situation is a lot different than a lot of people's. And it makes it easier because I know that if I do it, they're going to try to overcharge me. They're going to take advantage. Like, I ain't got that time, you know? So I would say 6 because I also have that Ghanaian help. You know, I have people that can depend on.
Okay.
That was a lot.
So, but it's okay. Hey, you gotta keep it real. So, I recently met an American lady, a Black American lady who's been living here in Ghana for around about the same amount of time. And she was telling me she's actually been adopted by a Ghanaian family, and there's a guy that she calls her brother and whatnot. So in Ghana, it seems like it's really important to build a network of people that can guide you through the different intricacies of Ghana. Tell us about that, how important that is to build a network, a support system.
It's very important. I think that, you know, we always have been told, like, it's about who you know. And I feel like in Ghana, it's definitely about who you know, especially when you're a foreigner that's moving here. I know for me, myself, I feel like my transition here would have been so much more difficult if I would have just did it on my own and not have to like reach out to other people for help, right? Now it's possible, but it's definitely going to be more of a struggle, more of a challenge. Me, myself, I mean, that's just stress I'm not trying to put on myself, you know? So I know that if I want something done, I know who to call, and if I don't know who to call, I know that that person can direct me to the right person to get it done. So you definitely gotta network. You gotta be a little bit open, you know, because if not, you'll be there's a lot of people that moved here that kind of stay home and stay in their own little bubble and only come out every once a month. You know what I mean? I'm not doing that. Why are you coming here to do that? You know? To be by the beach.
You came here to mingle and get to know people, right?
I mean, right? Come to learn the culture or something, but you know, it just all depends on who you are. You know? Not me.
So I guess that's based on personality, right?
Yeah.
So you've been here, you know, you kind of felt the atmosphere, you met a lot of people. You're a single lady, right? Oh, okay. She's taken, fellas.
Well, I'm not, so I'm available, but I'm not single.
So, explain that?
No, we ain't gonna explain it. We can go ahead and move on. They get me, okay?
No. See, the reason why I brought that up because we're talking about relationships and, you know, getting married in Ghana and, you know, how that is, you know, what have you learned about courtship and getting married, the responsibilities of the husband and the wife? Tell us a little bit more about that.
I definitely feel like it's not going to go ahead and summarize all Ghanaians because I don't want to do that. I want to put everybody in the same box. But I definitely feel like the person that you're dating can come with a lot of headaches, right? Especially me being a foreigner dating a Ghanaian guy. I definitely think that I feel like a Ghanaian man wants to be like the head,
in
right?
Total control.
Exactly. They don't really want your feedback. They don't want your opinion. I'm gonna give my opinion, okay? The ones that I've met, they want more of a domestic type woman, right? That ain't me, honestly. That ain't me. Somebody that's submissive, that ain't me either. And I'm saying more submissive because I think there's a lot of definition for submission, right?
Yeah.
In the bed, I can be submissive, right? But when we're trying to, you know, decide on things, and I feel like it's not even trying to be bossy or anything like that, but I feel like two heads are better than one, right? I feel like the way people think sometimes, you need a second opinion. right? You need to have a conversation to make sure, I might have a different way of doing it that makes sense, Let me not say that because I really.
Or maybe you see it in a different way.
Right,
you see things, yeah.
I mean, the way that I'm going about it could be more cost effective. You know what I mean? You could save more time when you do it. And I feel like some Ghanaian men just feel like, you know what? It's being taken care of, right? So why are you even a part of it? And I'm like, I don't like that. Because when you come back to me and tell me how you did it, I'm going to be like, well, you could have did this instead and you could have got it done sooner, Yeah. But it goes by personality, right? Because there's a lot of women that are also okay with that, and they want the men to do that, and I do too. But I also feel like I want to be involved. I want to know what's going on.
Right. Yeah, and what I was explaining to Jewel was that in Ghana, from way back in the days when I lived here in the 80s, growing up here in Ghana, there was a saying, charity begins at home. And you Ghanaians that probably watching this, you know what that means. Like everything that you learn begins at home. So everything based on how men are Ghanaian men, or the typical Ghanaian man is based on how they were raised. It's more of a cultural thing. And as you're growing up, it's hard to break that cycle or that way of being. So it's more about two cultures getting together and learning and just compromising and trying to come together and make decisions. And that's how you can progress forward.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's talk about marriage, right? So I'm not there yet, and there's a lot of Ghanaian men that want to marry me, but we still working on that, okay? But I feel like, let me ask you this: so are you married to a Ghanaian?
Yeah,
She's
I am.
Ghanaian.
Yes.
Did you meet her in Ghana?
No, I met her in the States.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm learning is when you're marrying into the Ghanaian culture, right? Regardless if it's me marrying a Ghanaian or a Ghanaian marrying a Ghanaian, you're marrying each other's families.
Exactly.
Right?
Right.
Opposed to other people in different countries, they might feel like, a marriage is a union between a man and a woman, right? Everybody else is an outside factor, right?
Right.
Okay. I'm kind of torn on which one I want to be in, because even if it's not a Ghanaian, I can still feel like that with marrying a European guy. You know what I mean? Like I want to marry either a family or be just me and you, right? Okay, so in your relationship, you guys married each other's families.
Right.
If your mom or your dad didn't approve of your wife, would you still have married her?
That's a really difficult question to answer because I grew up a little bit different.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So I grew up in my household, or in my household in the States, I grew up with a Ghanaian father and an African American mom, okay, who was my stepmom. Okay, so I was kind of raised in an American society, kind of in a Ghanaian household, but also learning about Black American culture, which was I was influenced by a lot. Okay, so I can't really say, because when I was growing up, I developed more of an American mindset. Okay, so to answer your question, I can't really answer your question because I want to say back then, when I was in my 20s and like around the age that most people get married, it would have been really difficult for my father to tell me that I can't marry this woman.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's because of the way that you were brought up.
Exactly.
But if you were brought up here in Ghana...
If I was brought up here in Ghana, then your family would have a lot of say in who you're going to marry.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the reason why I asked that is because me, myself, I don't give a damn, okay? I mean, I don't, because I feel like, and I guess I'm kind of picking a side, it's between me and my husband.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what we go through and how we work out our relationship and how he benefits me, how we benefit each other. It's you on the outside that's looking in. Right? So I guess I'm picking a side.
Yeah. In Ghana, there's no eloping or anything. It's your family. It's more of a family decision than who you're marrying. Yeah,
that's very interesting to me.
Yeah.
And I think that's definitely a difference. You know what I mean? But it's also by the way that I was raised, right? So, but like for your wife.
Yeah.
Was she living in the States for a while?
Yeah. She had been living in the States.
Okay,
for
so
a
then you
while.
got you a good one then.
Yeah, she's a good woman.
So then it would have been different though if you guys were here.
Yeah. Then it would have been a whole thing. Yeah.
Okay.